So if you're somebody that's going through a very tough time in life, even going into like the new year and stuff like that, one of the biggest things that you have to remember is that every single person that you see on a day-to-day basis has their own challenges. There's not a single person on this planet that lives a perfect sunshine and rainbow life where they're faced with zero adversity, zero challenges, and zero goals that they're trying to reach. That's just the world that we live in. We live in an imperfect world. This is not heaven. This is not paradise. This isn't somewhere that's going to... You have to understand that life is very, very hard and it's very challenging. But what most people don't understand is that the challenges and the adversities that you go through in your life, they put you to the test. They're meant to be there so you can grow as a person. If you did not have these challenges, you have to understand that God will not put you through challenges if he knew that you could not get through them. All these people that you see nowadays, whether they're like fitness influencers or millionaires, billionaires, people that have these amazing businesses or amazing ministries are able to reach out to many people. They did not start out being that person. When you're born, you're a nobody. When you're born, you have nothing. All you know how to do is literally breathe outside the womb, and some people don't even know how to do that when they're born. So you have to realize that every single adversity that you're facing, whether you're overweight or you're really skinny or you have a billion, gazillion different failed businesses, you have to know that those are all learning experiences. And where most people fail is looking at those as failures, as things that will define them for the rest of their life. So they'll have one trip up, they'll have one failed business, or one time where they don't reach the goal that they wanted to in a certain amount of time, and they just completely give up. I know so many people that are like that, both friends and family, and it's very disheartening, it's very sad. But that's a concept that 99% of people do not understand. It might be even more than that. They don't look at, okay, what did I learn from this situation? They look at, okay, I failed. I lost this amount of money. I didn't reach this goal. But they don't realize that they learned an entire new skill set of what to do, what not to do, and they didn't look at it as like an educational experience. And I think the main problem with that is because of schools nowadays. Colleges, the education system alone in itself is very corrupted. And the reason why I say that is because it degrades people that fail. So if you fail a test, what do the teachers say? Oh, you should have done better, you should have studied harder. You shouldn't be doing this. They don't say, okay, well, what did we learn from this? Why did you guys fail? Why did you not do as well as you should have on the test? Well, maybe because you didn't study hard enough. Maybe because you didn't take the time to try and understand a certain concept, like a math problem or some type of word problem. You didn't take the time to try and understand it. You were just, throwing blanks out there. You didn't take any educational guesses. So we don't really have any type of constructive criticism in the classroom. And that's where I see a very big gap on people that want to go far in life and people that don't really go that far. Education system alone in itself is there to teach you how to be an employee, not to be a business owner, not to be someone that runs everything. That's just how the world works. Because the world, you look at the government or you look at the big people in office, they do not want business owners. They do not want people with power in society. They do not want to empower the people. They want to keep people under control. That sounds crazy, but it's true. It is very true. And the way that you do that is by telling them, hey, we're not going to give you a loan to start a business. Not even a $5,000 loan to start a business, but we'll give you hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars to go into debt for medical school or for law school or for any crazy degree. So once I've realized that, I've started to understand how the world works and why the economy is the way that it is right now. The whole government, its job is to not empower the people. Its job is to control people. So what I would advise you guys to do is figure out a way that you can work on yourself and not just slave away 24/7 on your job. Because like I said, no matter what you do, no matter how many promotions that you get, you will never make more than your boss. You will never make more than the company itself if you continue to just work that job. And again, it just comes down to a power thing, a control thing. You know, I'm not saying to go out, you don't have to try and start some amazing business or whatever, but start small. You know, you can try and work on your fitness. You can try and, set a goal for yourself to lose or gain this amount of weight. Or maybe you can challenge yourself to read a book about finances, or you can read the Bible. You know, that's one thing that I'm trying to improve on as well, is increase my education about the Bible. Because I've known about God and Jesus and all these different stories in the Bible my entire life, but I have never actually sat down and tried to complete the Bible. I didn't actually try to commit to reading it. So now you have to look at whether you're religious or not, whether you believe in God or not. The Bible is a very good structure for how you can live your life. And you know, I believe that even if you aren't a person that believes in God or someone that doesn't follow Christ, I truly believe that if you read the Word, you will come to Christ. You will start to understand why, Christians believe what they believe in, and why the sacrifice of Jesus Christ is so important. So there's so many different ways that you can learn to self-improve, and the Bible even teaches about making money, or how to wisely spend your money, or how to wisely hold your money. So it covers like every aspect of your life, not just finances, not just how you should treat your body. There are very important values in the Bible, and one of my favorite verses is watch and pray that you may not fall into temptation, for the spirit is strong but the flesh is weak. So what exactly does that mean? That means that our fleshly bodies are very, very weak. Our flesh does not care about eternity. It does not care about what happens after we die. So it's going to try its best to feel the best. It's going to try its best to do what it feels is right. That's exactly why it's so easy to fall in temptation. That's why it's easy to sin. That's why it's easy to do wrong things, because our bodies are very selfish. It only wants to, they're always in a survival mode of how can I be the most successful? How can I make myself thrive? But it doesn't really care about anyone else. It doesn't really care about what happens after death. So that's when you have to really distinguish what's truly worth it in life and what isn't. Because if it costs you your salvation, then it's not worth it. So you always have to be thinking ahead, always thinking about, is this business or is this path of life that I'm on, does this lead to life or does it lead to death? Is this attainable, or is this something that's going to help improve my life, or something that can improve another person's life? It all really just comes down to sacrifice and what you're willing to, but you have to understand that that's not going to come easy. In fact, it's probably going to be one of the hardest things you've done, especially if you have no experience in whatever field that you're trying to go in. Know that it'll be better within 6 months to a year, because you'll have the necessary skill set that you need to be successful with it, and that's all that matters. And you can literally go into anything with that mindset and be successful. But other than that, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.